Ciao, buongiorno, and welcome to Italy for the Giro d'Italia. Classic season is great and all, but Grand Tour season just hits different for me. And today we are playing through the entire Giro d'Italia on Pro Cycling Manager. Of course, the most realistic way to preview the race. Albania hosts the Grande Partenza this year, a versatile sprint on stage 1, short time trial, and then the first mountain of the race on stage 3. Average of 8%, max of almost 20%. It's a difficult one as well. Plenty of chances for the sprinters in week 1 as we head to Italy. Couple of medium mountain days, but then the biggest day of week 1 for me, the Strada Bianke, the mini Strada Bianke stage into Siena. This is going to be epic. You certainly can't win the race on stage 1, but you could lose it here for sure. The second time trial of the race comes next, and then more kind of medium days, versatile days, hilly days, maybe breakaway days. And the Giro is so backloaded like it is every single year. Meaning by this point, we'll have no idea who's going to win this race because the final week is absolutely crazy. Mountains galore. San Valentino is tricky on stage 16, but then into Bormio, we head up the Passo del Mortirolo, one of the most famous climbs in Italy. A crazy day of climbing then follows on stage 19, but it doesn't end there because en route to Sestriere, we go up the Colla della Finestra. Half of this climb is gravelled and it's 9.2%. Oh my words. So basically what I'm saying, the first 2 weeks are about staying in touch and the final week is go time for the GC riders. Anyway, with that out of the way, it's time to choose our team. Of course, we have the real life start list in game. Primoz Roglic is the pre-race favourite, but Juan Ayuso will have something to say about that. He comes here alongside Adam Yates. What a team for UAE. His brother Simon is here for Visma as GC leader. We also have the likes of Ciccone, Richard Carapaz and Mikel Landa here as GC leaders. Tom Pidcock not heading to the Tour. He chooses the Giro this year for Q36. While the Ciclamino jersey likely to be decided by Van Aert or Koy for Visma. Mads Pedersen coming to the race this year for Little Trek, but never counts out Caden Groves at the Giro. So a very interesting lineup, but who are we going to choose? You know, I don't think I've ever taken control of Astana on Pro Cycling Manager. Today that changes. This team have been so fun so far this season. Cristian Scaroni quickly becoming a fan favourite. Lorenzo Fortunato is winning races, and the same goes for Wout at the age of 37. We have strength in depth with Ulissi, Conchi and Max Kanter for the sprints as well. I reckon we can cause some chaos here with this team. Now, I don't think we're going to win the race with Fortunato, Pouls, or maybe even Scaroni as our GC leader, but I think we can definitely challenge for a top 5 in this playthrough. That's my goal. While maybe challenging for KOM and of course winning some stages. Anyway, we don't have a favourite for stage 1 of course. Finishing in Tirana, Roglic is the game's favourite, Van Aert and Pidcock as well. I think the likes of Van Aert and definitely Mads Pedersen will be challenging here. And before we get underway, I want to hear all your predictions for the race in the comment section. Who do you think is going to win the pink jersey, the KOM jerseys? Who's going to be your surprise for the race as well? Let me know in the comments. I'll be giving you my picks throughout the video. It's go time, we're ready for the Giro d'Italia to begin. The first breakaway of the Giro d'Italia is 4 riders. You can see the guys up the road, but our tactics today, I reckon we can get Max Kanter over these climbs, maybe to sprint for the first maglia rosa of this race. That would be a great start. I mean, it would be a crazy good start. Let's try and make it happen. Now, the maglia azzurra, the KOM jersey, is something I think we can definitely win in this team at this race. The breakaway, they're going to pick up the first placings at this first climb, but we do have a couple more points available. So, Cristian Scaroni, you're our man for this competition. Coming through at the last, we'll pick up a couple points here. We're not going to win the competition with that single points, but 1 point is more than 0. I know, genius. Yikes, we're behind with 4 riders right now in a split. So the entire Visma team, it would seem right here, trying to get Simon Philip back to the front. Let's try and do the same with our guys, but the pace is absolutely on. One thing's for sure, this is going to be a chaotic finish. Oh, Tom Pidcock attacks towards the top of this climb. I was going to try and attack with Scaroni to the top. Pidcock is caught again. Maybe we counter right now with Cristian Scaroni. Let's go, Scaroni on the attack at the Giro d'Italia. We might take a couple of KOM points right there with Scaroni, up to 3 now. Anyway, we're in a group of 7 riders at the front. Let's sit up in this group. What a crazy scenario. 8k to go. Quinten Hermans on his way to the Maglia Rosa right now from the breakaway. We have a group of 8 riders with a couple riders from the breakaway here. Yates, GC favourites and Cristian Scaroni. Then we're behind and we're riding in this group because 15 riders here. We've dropped everyone else. This could be a massive day. So Scaroni is in Roglic's wheel, and I think we're going to be dropped here. Roglic cannot follow the wheels. Now we're getting blocked in with Scaroni. What is going on here? Roglic is dropped by the other GC guys up the road though. Quinten Hermans rides into the Maglia Rosa from the breakaway. Behind we're going to have the likes of Ciccone and Pidcock. We're going to sprint behind with Scaroni, beat Roglic into 7th place. Roglic losing time today, and everyone else in our team finishing in this group of 15. But we have massive splits today. I did not expect that. With Juan Ayuso losing 2 minutes. Oh my words. If that's a sign of how this Giro is going to go, I like it very much indeed. You heard it here first, guys. Quinten Hermans will be the first Maglia Rosa of the Giro d'Italia. Roglic loses time to some of the other GC guys, but Juan Ayuso is completely out of things. 1 minute 47. That is a crazy start. Egan Bernal also among the riders to lose time. He's 2 minutes 30 down. And for us, our plan to win the stage with Kanter kind of disintegrated on that final climb. Scaroni unable to do it, and Quinten Hermans, he pulls a masterstroke. At least we have a couple KOM points with Scaroni, I guess. Now time for the individual time trial. Can Quinten Hermans hold on to that jersey? We're going to have a torrid day today, I think, though, because our GC riders have absolutely abysmal time trial attributes. Yeah, truly abysmal. This is not going to be fun for us. Kevin Colleoni is on the road right now, and he's rocking this blue disc wheel on the back of his TT bike for the Maglia at Zura, but he's only 3rd in that competition. The man has no shame. Got to say though, it looks pretty good, doesn't it? Wout pulls potentially our first GC rider gets underway, but guys, if you enjoyed today's video and you're new to the channel, make sure you hit subscribe down below. Plenty of new content coming, including of course PCM 2025 in June. Anyway, spending our energy on this little climb in the middle of this stage, Lorenzo Fortunato, probably my pick to be our GC rider at this race. 55 seconds down already. Anyway, how far are we going to end behind Josh Tarling? Let's see. 1 minute 32. Not the best starts. Anyway, it looks like Tarling is going to win this GC. Roglic only 6th place today. Scaroni is going to be a lot further back, I fear. Let's see our boy across the line. He goes 1 minute 43. Oh dear. But Quinten Hermans' big day in the Maglia Rosa could be spoiled. I don't think he's going to keep the jersey. He's miles behind here. 2 minutes. An absolutely abysmal time for Quinten Hermans. 2 minutes and 4 down, meaning he loses the jersey, and Primoz Roglic catapults himself into 1st. Diego Ulissi, actually our best GC rider now, with a bunch of guys in the top 30. Like I said though, Lorenzo Fortunato, he is our guy for the GC, I think. And actually a potential GC day coming up here in Albania, because this climb, I'm not going to try and pronounce, is really difficult. Let's see how it goes. And I don't really know how this stage is going to go, so I want a rider in the breakaway. Nicola Conci, get yourself up the roads. And there we have it, the breakaway is gone. Some decent riders here. Josh Tarling is here for Ineos, Hermans as well. Let's see if this goes anywhere. And I think we need to try and challenge actually Quinten Hermans at this KOM, because he's picking up loads of points so far, and we don't want him running away with this jersey, but I think he's got us on the line here. I think he's too strong. Nope. Mali of all riders takes it from the breakaway. Anyway, at this point, I have to say a massive shout out to the stage makers who made this Giro d'Italia. It's fully community made for this year's race. So a massive shout out to the guys on screen right now. Stage making takes an incredible amount of time, so a massive thank you to all of you guys. And we're in a good position ahead of this intermediate sprint in the peloton, so Max Kanter, try and pick up the 4 points available here. There you go, easy points. And by the way, my strategy again today, try to get Kanter over this difficult climb, where afterwards we can sprint for the win. On to said climb in the breakaway now, but only 2 minutes for these guys. I don't think they're going to hold off the peloton today. Ooh, Paul Magnier has dropped, a potential winner of this stage for sure. Let's see who else is going out the back. No one massive. Moschetti, a good sprinter, out the back as well. Olav Koy is gone. Lots of riders dropping here. And this is quickly changing from a potential versatile sprint into maybe a GC day. Anyway, Nicola Conci wants these KOM points ahead of Tarling and Quinten Hermans here. Can we get them? Hermans is cooked. Tarling is cooked as well. There you go. Scaroni trying to get the scraps as well. Up to 7 points with Scaroni now. Situation after the descent then. Conci and Tarling together on the flat section. They have about 2 minutes on only 29 riders in the peloton. And again, groups all over the roads. And I can tell you, it's a disaster for Ineos, because both Egan Bernal and Thymen Arensman are behind, well behind on the peloton. And with Van Aert and Mads Pedersen in this group, they are the big big favourites for this stage. That is, of course, unless Tarling and Conchi can TT together all the way to the line. We have the perfect rider with us in this group. 9k to go, Conchi and Tarling. The miracle is still on. Can we hold off the chasing peloton? But Wout van Aert has attacked behind. Oh my word. Wout van Aert, we're going to grab his wheel. We're not going to move. Look at him charging. He has so much power. And I've basically followed one of the favourites with every one of my riders in this group, trying to cover moves. Ulysses in the wheel of Ciccone, but up the road, Conchi still here with Van Aert and Tarling. Can we hold on? I'm not sure. And Van Aert has dropped Tarling now. Conchi cannot hold the wheel of Van Aert, or can he? Into the final kilometre. What a win this would be on Wout van Aert's wheel. Under La Flamme Rouge right now, and Conchi kicks. Can we come past Van Aert? Oh my word, it's Conchi who outsprints Wout van Aert to win stage 3 of the Giro. What a stage that was. The rest of our guys come in the group behind in another brilliant stage. I have no idea how we pulled that one off. We somehow do it. Wout van Aert attacks and we steal the win from him really. Conchi on his wheel outsprints Wout van Aert to win Astana's stage at the Giro. And it took us only 3 stages. But again, a massive day at this Giro because Juan Ayuso loses yet more time. It's clear UAE are going for Adam Yates. Conchi now there in Ciclamino, and he's there in KOM as well. And by the way, these are my settings for the race. We're playing the entire race on WDB Extreme. It's a mod from the World DB, slightly harder than the base level Extreme. If you think you win too many races on Pro Cycling Manager, I thoroughly recommend giving it a go. Anyway, now time for us to move on to the sprint stages. The first one finishes here in Lecce. And with Wout van Aert leading out, Olav Koy is the massive favourite today. And a classic flat stage breakaway at the Giro today. De Bont and Taco van der Hoorn, the legend himself, up the road. We're going to leave it to the other favourites to control. And control it they do. We now cross the finish line for the penultimate climb, and we do have some corners in this finish to be aware of. I do have a sprint train, but I don't think we can compete with the others, so I'll probably follow the wheel of Koy with Max Kanter. But can I find that wheel? He's a little further over to the left right now. We have Kielik and Caden Groves. You know what? I'm going to follow Groves. I'm going to follow Groves right now with Max Kanter. Scaroni, stay here for the moment, but I'm happy with this wheel. So 2k to go. We're getting forced a little further back on the wheel of Groves. He still has 2 riders here. I'm going to launch. I'm going to launch right now. We're too far back. We have so many corners in this sprint finish. A very messy one here at the Giro d'Italia. Kanter trying to come through. Don't think we're going to. It's going to be Mads Pedersen beating Groves. Kanter actually getting a top 5, I think, in this stage. A decent result in the end, but it is Pedersen winning the stage. 1 sprint in, top 5 place with Kanter. I'm pretty happy with that. In the points jersey, we're now up to 8th place with him. Another chance for the sprinters follows into Matera. A more interesting finale today, though, with a false flat to the line. And to be fair, that only suits Mads Pedersen and Wout van Aert even more. It's those guys again up the road. They cannot get enough. Taco van der Hoorn and Dries de Bont. Anyway, I think it's time for me to give you my first prediction of this year's Giro d'Italia. Because in the Maglia Ciclamino, I feel like everyone is talking about this man, Mads Pedersen, alongside Wout van Aert and his teammate Olav Koy. But my pick to win the Ciclamino jersey is Caden Groves. He's so consistent at the Grand Tours. He can get over the climbs as well. I think he's going to beat those guys and win the Ciclamino jersey. Remember, leave your predictions for the race in the comments below. Anyway, despite this day being down as a flat stage, we do have this kicker couple of kilometers from the line. It's not too long, but it's definitely steep, so I feel like we could maybe attack there. Anyway, what is going on here? We have a team attack by Q36 and Alpecin. Literally, I don't think I've ever seen that in Pro Cycling Manager before, as Max Kanter punctures for us. Move back up, my man. That is not good timing at all. 16k to go and Kanter still recovering to the front of the race. I think this is going to cost him the chance at going for the stage. The rest of our guys trying to follow this massive Visma train. 6k to go and that final climb is coming. And I'm thinking Scaroni is our guy to attack, but all of our guys are struggling for energy, to be honest. But attacking with Scaroni looking very difficult on this climb. Here it is. I've got Conchi and our guys to the front. There goes Scaroni. There goes Godon. We're going to go with him. Conchi trying to keep our guys in position. Okay, Scaroni is going to launch very early here, but I think it's going to be for the likes of Diego Ulissi for us. Pools is going to lead him out. Again, it's a chaotic finale. Lots of corners, and Scaroni is at the front right now. Can he hold on? Can he hold on and win this stage? I don't think so. Olav Koy is coming. Scaroni is caught, and Olav Koy is going to win today at an absolute canter. Mads Pedersen in second, and Max Kanter for us is going to be 5th place. Anyway, we finished 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th today in the GC Ulysses, now up to 8th place for us. Pedersen now controlling that Ciclamino jersey as well. Naturally, we now move into the lead of the team classification too. Now time for the 3rd sprint stage in a row, this one into Napoli. We finished 5th place with Kanter 2 times in a row. Let's try and move up today at least 1 place. Now today is a day I would have joined the breakaway. Scaroni, I would have liked some of the KOM points here, but we're starting so far back in the peloton. By the time we get to the front, we're 2 minutes 30 behind the breakaway. I don't know if we can even bridge now. And of course, you already know Dries de Bont wants a part of this breakaway too. But Scaroni does make it to the front, and you already know Taco is here as well. Death, Taxes and Taco and Dries de Bont in the breakaway. But the peloton not happy with this breakaway so far. But I think it's worth persisting because we have really, with these 5 riders up the road, an easy 18 points with Scaroni. We may as well take the sprint as well. Why not? 1k to go will open up right now with Scaroni, trying not to go too early here. But now Torres tries to come around to Beaumarchais as well. And we're going to get second. We're going to get second place. Only 8 points. Missing out on 10 points there. Oh well, let's win the second one and then drop back to the peloton. This time going a little later though. 600 meters to go. Torres trying to come around Scaroni. This time is going to take the 9 points up to second in the KOM. Why not? We'll take the intermediate sprint. I don't see why we wouldn't. 12 free points and 3 free seconds. But now Scaroni, he's too good for this breakaway. He doesn't want to waste any more time with these scrubs. Let's drop back to the peloton. Now this sprint finish, again we have a corner in the finale, but I think it's going to be more straightforward than the crazy ones we've had so far. And this time Max Kanter on a plus 3 days 79 sprint. I'm going to follow Caden Groves. He's my man, like I said, in the Ciclamino jersey at this race in real life. The rest of our guys sit up, get out of the way. Kanter is going to follow Groves and then win the stage in a sprint. Easy. That wheel of Coy is tempting with Wout van Aert as the lead-out man, but I'm going to trust Caden Groves. I may regret that decision. Could have followed Pedersen as well. He's on the left-hand side in the Ciclamino jersey as we enter Naples. 5k to go. Paul Magnier has chosen the wheel of Olav Coy, and Quinten Hermans needs to move up here. Kanter getting pushed back too far in this group with only 3k to go. Now Kielik is going to launch. Come on. Hermans launching. On the right-hand side we have Coy. Pedersen now flying in the Ciclamino jersey. We're going to trust this wheel of Caden Groves. And that's a bad decision. That is a terrible decision because into the final kilometre, we're absolutely nowhere, wasting a plus 3, and Mads Pedersen absolutely waltzes again to another stage victory. We're nowhere. We're nowhere today. It's Mads world, we're just living in it. What a season this guy's having. Another victory at the Giro, 10th place for Kanter. What a waste, but that's the risk you take following the wheel of another team. Anyway, Pedersen now holds a big lead in the Ciclamino jersey. Kanter well off the back now. I don't think he's going to win this one. KOM though, Scaroni does move up to second place in that competition, so we made some moves today there. And the GC again does not change. Roglic still in the maglia rosa. I have a feeling the next few stages are going to change that though, because back to the mountains we go. A transitional day for me. This is breakaway written all over it. Let's see if that comes true. So this stage again begins with a steep climb to start, and I want to get in the breakaway again with Scaroni. I'll try and get a teammate up the road as well. Let's see if that's possible. The KOM is coming. Unfortunately, Hermans, I think, is just about going to beat us unless we can get him on the line. No, we can't. Second place. Hermans in the blue jersey, extending his lead a little bit. Anyway, the breakaway has finalised, and 9 riders up the road. We have 2, including Cristian Scaroni up the road. Quinten Hermans, Larry Warbass, an interesting group, but Scaroni, for me, is the best rider here. And with the man, the myth, Anton Kuzmin working for Cristian Scaroni today, maybe we have a chance at the stage win, but not only that, also the Maglia Rosa. Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe clearly not interested in the stage right now. 8 minutes is the gap up to the breakaway. Wouldn't it be fantastic to see Cristian Scaroni in pink? The only rider in this group we have to look out for is previous Maglia Rosa, Quinten Hermans. He's at 34 seconds. Anyway, we certainly want these KOM points as well. Kuzmin is going to launch as well. Scaroni going to come round in the final few hundred meters. Here we go. Scaroni going for the line. Guglielmi as well, but Scaroni is seconds, beaten again by Quinten Hermans. This man is on fire at this Giro so far. 70k to go, the gap is now over 11 minutes to the peloton, and we're in the virtual second place in the GC behind Quinten Hermans, but we have 10 minutes on everyone else. Can you imagine Scaroni winning the Giro from this situation? Sadly though, we've lost Anton Kuzmin. Anyway, this KOM sprint is here right now. Hermans is behind Scaroni on the road, but we will win this one with Scaroni. 54 points, and we're closing into Hermans a little bit. Anyway, it's pretty clear now the peloton will not be winning today's stage, and not only that, Primoz Roglic will be losing the Maglia Rosa, and it will be going to either Cristian Scaroni or the man Quinten Hermans again. But he's worn pink. Give it to Scaroni, it's our time. We need to beat him on the road by about 40 seconds. And on this climb, that is going to be very difficult indeed. 12k to go and the Marcia climb begins. It's all about that final 1 or 2k where it gets so steep. We're about to lose Kuzmin again and Scaroni is going to be alone in this group. But Anton Kuzmin, he doesn't have a single stat above 70 in game. What a ride by him today. We're not going to wait around. Cristian Scaroni is on the attack on the Marcia climb. Can we drop Quinten Hermans? We can. 4k to go for Scaroni. We're holding that 25-second gap to Hermans, who is now having to push himself in the second group. When is the steep pitch coming? Here we go. 3k to go. Scaroni now can go up to 85 and hopefully drop everyone else like Torres off his wheel. Guglielmi tries to follow, but now we're really riding for the Maglia Rosa. Can we drop Hermans by enough time to go into that jersey? 1.5k to go. It's about 25 seconds now. That's not enough. That's not enough for us. But can Hermans hold on? We push into the final kilometre. Can Guglielmi steal the stage from Scaroni, who's dominated this final climb up to 90, up to 95? Guglielmi is going to try and get us on the line, and he will succeed. Second place for Scaroni on the line, but I think we've done it. Have we got enough time on Hermans? This is going to be so close. Are we in the Maglia Rosa? And behind, we just have a sprint in the GC group. Our guys all going to finish to the front of this group, I feel. Pools and Fortunato, a great finish for them today, finishing ahead of Roglic, his last day in pink for now. What an epic day at the Giro d'Italia for Astana. Cristian Scaroni does not win the stage. We don't care about that though. It's all about the GC. And can you believe it? Scaroni and Hermans on the same time, identical times, but Scaroni into pink. No way. No way. Cristian Scaroni is in the Maglia Rosa. And 5 minutes to the rest of the GC guys. Have they let a potential rider who could challenge for the GC up the road? You never know. One thing's for sure, we're going to try and hold on to pink with Scaroni for as long as possible. And a huge shout out today to the real MVP today, Anton Kuzmin. And by the way, Scaroni also into the blue jersey, just 1 point ahead of Hermans as well. I can't believe it. What an epic stage. I'm buzzing with that one. And well, we're not among the favourites for stage 8, a really fun looking stage on paper. This could be chaos, but I want to hold on to pink with Scaroni. That is our new goal. Maybe Scaroni is the new Italian Thomas Vauclair. Let's find out. There he is in pink. Cristian Scaroni looking absolutely majestic. Anyway, a massive fight for today's breakaway. You will notice I have thrown a rider up the road so far. Just looking at the riders trying to get up the road. Wout Poels is up the road. Quinten Hermans is here as well. Remember, he's second in the GC right there with us. So now we have a situation where Kuzmin is going to ride behind. Wout Poels is up the road in the breakaway. So really, we are chasing our own rider. But I don't really want Hermans to steal pink from us straight away. But look at this. Quinten Hermans looks cooked. He's at the back of the group. He's struggling. That's perfect for me. And here we go. He was so eager to get up the road. He wanted pink again. But Quinten Hermans has cracked. He's been dropped by today's breakaway. And there we go. We sweep up Quinten Hermans. He has been caught. We don't need to relay in this peloton anymore. Wout Poels, he's going to sit up and wait for the group behind as well because he's pretty cooked chasing the breakaway all day. The best rider in the GC in this group is Yannis Boissard. 19 minutes. We do not need to relay anymore. And all of that means the breakaway's lead has risen to almost 5 minutes ahead of the Santa Maria Maddalena. Let's zoom in beyond these trees a little bit. Suddenly, all the pressure is on the other teams, and I like that very much. The Montelargo climb begins. It's Visma pacing on the front. Maybe this is a Wout van Aert day. But you know what? I'd quite like to make it another Cristian Scaroni day. Every split that happens in this race, Ineos are caught behind. Again, Arensman and Bernal pacing on the front are caught behind. They're having a shocker at the Giro. Bernal said he wants to win this race in real life. He's not going to win it in this playthrough, that's for sure. Anyway, Juan Ayuso is now in domestique mode. Easily the best domestique at this race now, and he is pacing rapidly on the front. Let's put our guys up to 95. We need to stay here. But the pace slows. Only 30 riders left in the peloton. We're running out of firepower here for sure. We're not pacing today, and the breakaway might take this one. Bardet trying something over the top here. Do we have splits? Fortunato is here as well. Only 22 riders here, but this is not for the stage. That is going to Monkeys, Quintana, or Frigo. And none of these guys can sprint. This is going to be fun. 2k to go in this stage. Mikey's is having to come back on. It's Quintana attacking Marco Frigo in the final kilometre, but I think Frigo is going to come round. Marco Frigo, a great rider, is going to win today. Let's make sure we're sprinting behind with Scaroni, but up the road, Marco Frigo wins. We might even have some splits in this group. Fortunato and Scaroni with Roglic as well. I'm not sure. I think we come in together. Marco Frigo wins this one, but crucially for us, we defend the pink jersey, and even more crucially, Quinten Hermans loses 3 minutes. We now have a massive lead. Who'd have thought Cristian Scaroni winning the Giro by 3 minutes after 8 stages? I'm not going to brag, but I think we've pulled a masterstroke here. By the way, Adam Yates, Pale Bilbao, Simon Yates, all among the riders losing time today. And I haven't really focused too much on the other GC riders just yet. That is all about to change in the next couple of stages. Because now coming into Siena, it's a huge day in the GC, the Strada Bianke stage at this race. This could be chaos. And like I said at the top, you can't win the race on this stage, but you can most certainly lose it. Our goal is to try and stay in touch with Lorenzo Fortunato, but also, of course, hold on to pink with Scaroni. And in real life this season, I'm pretty sure Scaroni crashed and broke his collarbone, so let's make sure that doesn't happen today. And the breakaway has gone 1 minute, but I would love a satellite rider on this stage. That could be crucial. Max Kanter gets up the roads. But unfortunately, he's not allowed. He's not allowed by the peloton. I really want a satellite rider up the road today. Kuzmin, get on the front and try and bring that breakaway in. We need a rider up the roads. In the end though, I can be very happy with this situation. Kanter, Oldani and Louis Meintjes up the road. Kanter is here solely to come back and help Scaroni later. I feel like we're going to need a lot of help on these brutal gravel sectors. The gravel is here. Here we go. Kanter, Meintjes and Oldani hit the gravel. Now we need to focus on the group behind and stay in good position every kilometre of this gravel. And Scaroni, please do not crash. Please. Oh my god, pulls punctures literally 5 metres into the first gravel sector. Oh boy, this is going to be chaos. And Scaroni losing a couple wheels in this group. Stay right to the front. Carapaz now punctures. This is absolute chaos. Oh my word. I am fearful for what could happen today. Next up, Tom Pidcock punctures as we pass him on the road. Okay, one of the favourites, maybe the favourite for this stage. But okay, first sector is officially survived. Scaroni get right to the front ahead of the next one. Diego Ulissi is our next rider to puncture. Get back to the front, Diego. He was protecting Lorenzo Fortunato. Now Conchi's going to have to do that, but we're in a good position now. And most importantly, Scaroni is still on his bike. The breakaway is still going strong, by the way. Oldani has dropped Louis Meintjes up the road, and Kanter looking pretty cooked on the wheel of Oldani. He could win today. He could genuinely win today's stage. And I'm sacrificing Wout Poels in the GC now. Oh boy, this is so tricky. 81 riders still in this group. Wout Poels now punctures. Masnada, you protect Scaroni. Look at his energy. He is suffering so bad. And Lorenzo Fortunato, 61 cobble base stat. He is suffering on the gravel, but he survives another sector. Come on, boys. And Max Kanter, come back and help the guys right now. We are suffering, and Lorenzo Fortunato is at the back of this group alone. Come on, get to Scaroni's wheel. Try and get there, buddy. Try and get there. Scaroni now is suffering on the wheel of Masnada. Fortunato, I fear, is gone for the day, and Scaroni falling through the group. Kanter, luckily, is here to help him from the breakaway. But we are now officially out the back. Pidcock punctures again. He has been so unlucky at this race. Fortunato trying to get to the wheel of Scaroni, but we're going to be without teammates here. I don't know if that's a good idea. Yates is dropped. We're here with Vacek, Van Baarle as well. Fortunato is cooked. Oh my word, he's completely cooked. Fortunato is gone. Scaroni goes on alone. We go on without teammates. Simon Yates is here. Moscon here. Carapaz is dropped. Ciccone as well. We have a group of 9 riders at the front. Oh my word. This is chaos. So we're in a group with Adam Yates, Vacek, Corbin Strong, Moscon is here with Danny Martinez. I can't relay in this group. We have Van Baarle. He can maybe work for Simon Yates, and we need to hope we're going to come back on the front group. They have 3 minutes on the road. Oh my word, it's not even that group here. 10 riders at the front now. Lemreiser is working for Romain Bardet. Lemreiser, what a ride, 63 cobble. Luckily, Lemreiser is done on the front. Roglic, Pidcock, McNulty, Van Aert, Gaudu, Pedersen, Bilbao and Bardet are that group. Dan Hula is gone for his guys. Ciccone just behind on the road. Then further back, I think, is the Maglia Rosa group of Cristian Scaroni. We're in good company here, we're just not at the front. So Adam Yates has Juan Ayuso working for him in this group, and that is helping us so much as now we come to the final gravelled sector. Pidcock attacking up the road. Let's go to 85 and stay there on this climb with Scaroni. The final gravel, thank God. Simon Philip Yates now working for the pink jersey in this group. Okay, these guys aren't going to consider Cristian Scaroni a serious threat in the GC. I'm not sure I do yet either. Anyway, they're dropping him right now. So Carapaz, Simon Yates working for Scaroni, who's on the wheel of, let's go to Simon Yates's wheel, up the road. Who is winning this race right now? It's Tom Pidcock hitting Siena. I think he's going to win this stage. Roglic and the like sprinting behind. Let's focus on Scaroni though. Remember, we do have that buffer. Can we save pink? Up the road, Pidcock has been caught. It's Van Aert, I think, who's just going to beat Mads Pedersen. Wout Van Aert wins in Siena, a very popular winner. Let's see where Scaroni finishes. We're going to sprint from here all the way to the line and see where we are. 4 minutes is our gap. I think we lose the jersey. Cristian Scaroni at just under 4 minutes. Do we hold on to pink? Lorenzo Fortunato finishing with Yates over 5 minutes down. Whew, oh my word, what a stage that was. I can't get over that stage. If this stage is like this in real life, that's going to be the most decisive day at the race. But Scaroni, 3 minutes 55, 11th place. He fought so hard today. And it means we do indeed hold on to the Maglia Rosa. Come on, that's what we came for. Lorenzo Fortunato at 5 minutes 34, actually finishing ahead of Adam Yates. Also Mikel Landa, Bernal, Ayuso, so many riders losing their GC today. But if you didn't make that front group, you lost so much time here. Bardet, Pidcock and Roglic have such a big advantage on the other climbers. Carapaz, Yates, other Yates at 6-7 minutes. But 1 minute 24 is our buffer to Roglic, 1 minute 38 to Van Aert. That's what we need to look out for here. Because coming up next, it's the final individual time trial of this race into Pisa, and we're going to try and lean into the pink jersey a little more. But I'm not sure that's going to happen today because Van Aert, Pedersen, Roglic, they can all time trial so much better than poor Cristian Scaroni. So holding on to pink today is going to be very difficult, but you know me, we're going to give it a go. Fausto Masnada across the first checkpoint for us, but can we talk about how badly this guy's attributes fell off? 71 mountain. This guy was second to Pogacar at Il Lombardia just a few years ago. That's crazy. Anyway, Primoz Roglic is underway, which means our man in pink, Cristian Scaroni on the road, 95 to start, up this little ramp, and now let's settle in at maybe 82. Already 1 minute 16 down at the first split, and I'm pretty sure Wout van Aert is going into pink today. But Scaroni is going to keep pushing, rest in this descent, and then we have about 10k to go to the line. But Wout van Aert 23 seconds ahead of McNulty. I think it was 1 minute 38. He has to gain on Scaroni to move into pink. Pidcock 3 minutes 17. Roglic is up there. 1 minute 25 to Van Aert. And now we wait for Scaroni. Final kilometre for Scaroni. It was almost 3 minutes at the penultimate split. Let's use everything all the way to the line. Perfectly done. 3 minutes 47. Our man in pink gave everything today, but 3 minutes 48 to Wout van Aert. And all of that means we have a new Maglia Rosa. Wout van Aert with over 1 minute to Roglic. Pedersen in third place now. And Scaroni dropping to fourth. But still, we have over 5 minutes to 10th place Simon Yates. But this GC is set up for Primoz Roglic to win the Giro d'Italia for sure. He is miles ahead of his closest competitors in the mountains. But that also means the likes of the Yates bros, Gaudu, Landa, they can all attack in the breakaways, and the same goes for Lorenzo Fortunato. And more mountains coming up next on stage 11 with a very steep climb, the Alpe San Pellegrino. I'm not sure how this is going to go. I reckon we have a breakaway day on the cards. Now, speaking of the breakaway, I did feel like today was the chance to put one of our climbers, Fortunato or Pouls, back in the breakaway. But Fortunato on a bad day. So I'm trying to move up Wout Pouls. He's 15 minutes down, but the GC gaps are so big, maybe we can put him back in the GC today. First, we need to get in the breakaway. The fight for today's breakaway has been one of the craziest I can remember on Pro Cycling Manager. This trio bridged late and then attacked away, Formolo included in that group. We have Ulysses still working for Wout Pouls, and we have almost 5 minutes now on the peloton. So sure, our 37-year-old is 15 minutes down in the GC, but gaining 5 minutes currently, that's going to put him back, okay, up a couple of places. If we can gain a few more minutes, we're right back in things. And actually, Diego Ulysses unable to bring in this trio up the road. They now have 90 seconds on our group, so Wout Pouls is about to try and bridge this himself. He's upping the tempo. A fantastic ride by Wout Pouls. He bridges to the front. Ulysses see, he's dropping back to the peloton, and we now have 7.5 minutes. Oh, we have an attack. We have an early attack here. Davide Formolo feeling good today. 3k to go. We're now on this uber steep section of this climb as well. Here we get a lovely shot of this little castle section. Pools here. Formolo, Janssens as well. We're going to go for this KOM here. 1k to go. Rivera is going to sprint. Let's pump in to the normal view. 800 meters to go. Are we the strongest in this group? 40 points available here for the winner. Can we get them ahead of Formolo? Oh my word, it's so close. But I think we get them. Yes, we do. So pulls up to 5th place straight away with that position. Oh my word, we've just had a crash up the road. Rivera has crashed out of the race from that trio at the front. Formolo crashed as well. And the only rider not to crash was Wout Poels. Now he leads the race by himself. Oh man, this has the potential to be an absolutely epic solo for, like I said, our 37-year-olds. Formolo and Janssens are closing in on Poels on this climb. 35 seconds is the gap. I've upped it now to 85. I want to hold them off and go solo all the way to the line. But behind, guess who's been dropped? I bet you can get it. Of course, it's the Ineos Grenadiers. They're pushing hard now. The gap is down to 17 seconds on the road, but Poels is going to hold them off, I believe. Come on. Janssens has now been dropped. It's Formolo versus Wout Poels. I'm pushing now on 87. I don't want the Italian to come back in. He's coming as well. We go to 95. We're going to kick away. Formolo, you're not coming back in, buddy. I'm not going to allow it. He's trying to kick, and we continue kicking away from Davide Formolo. What a battle this is. Oh, but this is the moment, finally. Davide Formolo is going to get in. He's going to finally get to the wheel of Wout Poels, and I fear that's him going to win the stage now. It's all going on back in the peloton as well, because we've had 2 attacks, Mads Pedersen and the maglia rosa himself, Wout van Aert. Davide Formolo giving us the shortest turn of all time. Like I said, he's going to sit on our wheel, and I think he's going to win the stage, unless we can drop him on the final climb. And that's exactly what we're going to try and do. 85 from the foot, 10k to go. Can we cap off this epic stage with a win? Van Aert caught back in the peloton. It's a high tempo, but no attacks from any of the other GC guys for now. Up the road, Poels still here with Formolo just sat on his wheel. Is he slipping? Is he slipping? Davide Formolo is dropped in the final 500 meters of this climb, and surely we're going to win the stage from here. It's been a ride from the gods, but Wout Poels at 37 years old is going to win a stage at the Giro d'Italia, dropping Formolo at the end. What a ride today by our Dutch king. And the peloton all going to sprint in together behind 24 riders in this group. A ride from the gods indeed today from Wout Poels. What a ride. He was solo for so long, almost from the top of the Alpe San Pellegrino. Formolo caught him briefly, but couldn't hold on, and Wout Poels is back, baby. Really, my goal was to push him back into the GC. We've not quite managed to do that. Still 16th place at 10.5 minutes, now ahead of Fortunato, but I'm so happy with today's stage. He's now our other option in KOM as well. He's 3rd place, but only 2 points behind Scaroni. Anyway, a break from the madness of the mountains. We have a sprint stage again. Olav Koy is the favourite, but Mads Pedersen, he's been the man to beat at this race. One of them, of course, had to be up the road. It's Dries de Bont this time, not Taco van der Hoorn. Anyway, but it's time for me to tell you who I think is going to win the Maglia Rosa this year. Wout van Aert holds it in game right now, but I think it's going to be Primoz Roglic. He's the favourite, just ahead of Juan Ayuso in real life. Ayuso not even UAE's leader in this race, Adam Yates is, and he's 11th place. But yeah, I still think Roglic is the man, and I'm backing him to win his 2nd Giro d'Italia. Remember, give me all of your predictions, including who you think is going to win the Giro, in the comments down below. By the way, can we talk about how badly UAE have messed up this race? Adam Yates 11th place, McNulty 14th, Juan Ayuso is so much further back. He's 31st place. They're having an absolute stinker. We have not had a good sprint train at this race. In fact, I've chosen not to have a sprint train and follow the wheels, but Mads Pedersen currently lurking towards our wheel. Not sure that's a good choice, Mads. But today, I'm on the wheel of Gudmestad. I do have Ulysses on good form. He is going to be our lead-out man. We're not wheel surfing. We're having a lead-out train. So, 3.5k to go. Masnada coming to the front. Good ride from him today. That 74 flat stat doing some good work. Diego Ulysses, 2.5k to go. Maybe going now with Ulysses, probably a little early. Maybe a little early. I'm going to go 95, now 99 again. 1.4k. Now we go with Ulysses and Kanter sprinting into this final corner. Not ideal with this corner in the finale. Kanter on the wheel of Lipins, coming out the wheel. It's going to be a decent finish, but Olav Koy wins the stage easily for us. 5th place again. Can you believe it? He's the man who finishes 5th. Max Kanter, 5th place again. Mads Pedersen Only 7th place though, so in that Ciclamino jersey, Coy closing in. While Kanter up to 6th place, but we're not challenging for this sadly. Our focuses remain the GC and the KOM. And next up into Vicenza, we have a couple of hilly days actually. The first one with a punchy finale. I think this could be a GC sprint. And actually, I'll probably back Wout van Aert and Mads Pedersen to beat the GC guys. And I chose against joining the breakaway today. 7 riders with 5 minutes up the road. Formula up there again. Looking at the finish, this is a classic stage for Diego Ulissi. And although I think Scaroni probably the better rider for this on paper, I think Ulissi is our man, just for old time's sake. We're going for Diego Ulissi today. Oh, we do have a split in the peloton. A couple of groups forming behind. Oh, and of course, Ineos are here again. I'm not sure who's having the worst race right now, the Ineos Grenadiers or UAE Team Emirates. Anyway, time to stop focusing on those guys. There's the finish line. We'll be there soon. Stay in position for now. Okay, suddenly we only have 3.5k to go here. I've shot to the front with our train. Masnada, he is now done. Pull over, my boy. Conchi, Scaroni, and then Diego Ulissi going to try and finish this off up to 99 right now with Conchi. We're in the perfect position. We're in such a perfect position. Scaroni goes. Ulissi holding the wheel, holding the wheel. He kicks now. We're going to sprint behind 2. Ulissi going for the line. Ciccone trying to come, but Diego Ulissi, he always wins a stage at the Giro. Scaroni second behind his teammate. It's double celebrations here at Astana. Yep, an easy uphill finish. We win at ease. Ciccone was the only one to try and win the stage really, apart from our guys. And in the GC, no changes in the top 5, but Scaroni getting closer, now 1 minute 49 with that time gap and bonus seconds. And I'm still looking at that gap to the likes of Adam Yates. It's almost 6 minutes right now. That's absurd. I think we can hold him off the entire race. A similar stage here though, punchy parcours, 180k. Let's try and win again. 8 riders up the road in today's breakaway. Let's see if they're controlled for the stage win behind. But honestly, looking at this finish, this is one for the sprinters. The likes of Pedersen, Magnier, even Olav Koy can make it. And that includes our man, Max Kanter. He's our boy for the stage. The breakaway were indeed controlled. There was no action on this very short climb, the Savaire climb. On the first ascent, no action this time either. This is going to be a pretty straightforward sprint stage. Fausto Masnada putting the pressure on in that descent. Do we drop anyone? Only 4k to go now. Can the other guys recover? This is a great effort by Masnada. Ulissi leading out again today for Max Kanter. Is this his win? Oh my word, we ride off the front. We ride off the front and we are cruising now to a stage victory at the Giro d'Italia. 2k to go. What were the AI doing? And we go into the final kilometre. Max Kanter is going to win this one easily. We sprint behind as well, but Kanter celebrates and he finally wins a stage. But let's be real, the AI had an absolute shocker right there. Don't really know what to say after that. The AI, I don't know what they were doing. Max Kanter, he gets a free stage win at the Giro, catapulting him now into 3rd place in the Ciclamino. Saying that, I think this is still all for Mads Pedersen. Anyway, transitional day's over. It's time for the GC to be decided at the Giro d'Italia. Because we head into the big final week and the mountains are here. Today we have Monte Grappa, but it's some way 100k from the finish line. We have plenty of cards to play. The question is, how do we play them? And I expect a massive fight for today's breakaway. Remember the massive gaps in the GC? I mentioned the likes of Yates, Gaudu, Landa. They could all potentially try and join the breakaway in this 3rd week. For us, we have Lorenzo, Fortunato and Wout Poels. There are breakaway options. I want one of them up the road today. Wout Poels is on a better day, he's our man. Job done, breakaway of 14 has formed. Kanter getting some free sprint points just about in the breakaway. He's now 3rd place still there. But this group of 14 riders features Egan Bernal, it features David Gaudu as well. A very good group, Michael Storer, a really good climber. Sadly though, we have lost Max Kanter out of the breakaway. No domestique left up the road for Wout Poels. By the way, pretty cool to see Nairo Man up the stage with a teammate working for him as well. Nairo Quintana, I believe, won on this climb, Monte Grappa, 10 years ago? Maybe 11 years ago, actually. Anyway, he's trying to make it happen again today, and I love that. And here we go. The climb begins, the climbing begins, and this torturous week 3, the decisive week 3 at the Giro, is beginning as well. The breakaway, by the way, only with 2 minutes on the peloton, and it's Visma pacing all day on the front. Is it for Wout or maybe for Simon Philip Yates further back? And actually, we do have a slowing now behind in the peloton. The breakaway only have 50 seconds. Poels now relaying in that group. is it worth maybe attacking up to that group? Fortunato, or even, dare I say it, Scaroni. I mean, the pace has completely stopped. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it right now. Lorenzo Fortunato, with the help of Nicola Conchi, launches an attack up to that breakaway. We bridged the gap very easily indeed. Okay, Fortunato now in the breakaway alongside Wout Poels. That took almost no effort to do, and we now have 2 riders up the road. Okay, why not? Oh, another attack behind. It's Adam Yates. Here we go. They're on such a big time gap. They can do this. Adam Yates, though, being chased by Visma. They're okay with Fortunato. Not you, Adam. Oh boy, this climb has been so hard. Bernal and Gaudu dropping away already. 2 of the best climbers up the road. Behind, we protect Cristian Scaroni at all costs. But anyway, up the road, we're building a massive lead. It's now 3 minutes for our duo, and we've dropped every other rider in this breakaway. What is happening? Anyway, this climb is going to give Poels another 40 points, putting him into the maglia azzurra, the KOM jersey for now. There you go. Work together in this descent, guys, at maybe 65. That should be fine. But I can't believe we've dropped every rider in this group, because included in this group, Michael Stora. And he is actually my pick to be the most underrated rider at this Giro d'Italia. A dark horse, if you'd like. So there you have it, my 3 picks. Caden Groves for Ciclamino, Michael Stora, my dark horse, and to win the Maglia Rosa, Primoz Roglic. And if you haven't already, make sure you go in the comments and leave me your predictions below. Ooh, crash behind, big crash behind. Romain Bardet has crashed on this technical descent. Let's hope he can carry on. He's 7th in GC. Oh, Romain Bardet. Romain Bardet is out of the Giro d'Italia. He was having such a good race. But the race must go on, and Wout Poels is now working in the breakaway, sacrificing his chances for Lorenzo Fortunato today. The groups have rejoined and 7 at the front. And the peloton not pacing quickly behind. We now have 3 minutes. Ineos have some kind of addiction of riding behind the peloton. What are they doing? Why is Arensman and Bernal behind when Lucas Hamilton, their teammate, is in the group? Also Josh Tarling. What are they doing at this race? They've completely lost the plot. Coming to the top of the Dory climb then, Poels is about to be dropped. G and Stora as well. Prodom again is going to be the last survivor. This time, Fortunato is by himself. We crest the climb with Prodom in the wheel. He is suffering a little bit. I think we can drop him later on. Anyway, the peloton absolutely flying at this stage. Scaroni still in position though in this 50 rider peloton. We now have a very interesting situation up the road. Poels can sit on G and Stora. They try to return Fortunato and Prodom. Prodom not working with him. I'm going to have to attack him. I'm going to have to attack Nicola Prodom right now on this climb. Can the Frenchman hold on? Can he hold on? We put in a big acceleration over the top. Prodom is still here. Oh no. I'm going to work on 60. Maybe Poels and the guys can come back. But Poels and his group are caught. Scaroni still in this group. 38 riders here. And the peloton are flying towards these breakaway riders. Are they going to snatch the stage away from Fortunato? 8k to go. This is so touch and go. Ayuso is closing in now. Again, what a domestique to have at this race. Scaroni in the wheel of Pedersen. Fortunato and Prodom still continue to work together. We have to go to maybe 75, but we don't have anything left. Are they coming behind? There goes Roglic. We need to respond with Scaroni right now. We need to respond to this massive attack of GC guys. And now this day turns into survival. Fortunato is here to help our guy Scaroni in the GC. Get in his wheel, Scaroni. Try and recover. We have 10 riders in this group. Roglic, Van Aert are among them. And it's all suddenly become so selective into the final kilometre. We're going to sprint with Fortunato. Scaroni going to wait on his wheel. We don't have anything to go with Scaroni. And Wout Van Aert is going to win in the Maglia Rosa. That's why Visma were pacing all day long. Scaroni in 4th place. And Mads Pedersen in GC 3rd place is losing time today. Oh damn, what a stage. The mountains deliver with an epic finale right there, and Wout Van Aert, is he suddenly a contender for this race? We survive with Scaroni while others like Bilbao, Adam Yates, Mads Pedersen, they lose time today, meaning we rise to a podium position in the GC. So we're on the podium and I want to stay here. I'm sure we can drop Wout van Aert. I think we can. Mads Pedersen, we can definitely drop him in the mountains as well. Pidcock, not the best pure climber either. We have such a buffer to Carapaz, Yates Bros and Landa. That quartet, they're the 4 I'm looking out for. While also today, Wout Poels asserts himself in the Maglia Azzurra. We have 2 options here, and I think Wout Poels is our man. And that's because because Scaroni's race is really turning into a GC battle. I did not expect this at the start. Aside from that, we're actually 5 seconds in the lead of the team classification as well. Maybe we can win this one as well. But if we do, it will be completely by accident. But there's no let up because we have the hardest day of the race so far, by far, and it's to San Valentino. Some massive climbs beforehand as well. I have no idea how we're going to survive today. But you already know we're going to give it our all. Come on, Scaroni. Oh no. Oh no. It had to happen sooner or later. Cristian Scaroni, a -2 day on the biggest GC day of the race so far. That's gutting. But we built up our massive advantage in the GC for exactly this, to try and hold on days like today. Anyway, let's try and get some satellite riders up the road. We have an absolutely gigantic fight for the breakaway so far. Surely this can't last. We have about 50 riders up the road or something. But on my word, it has lasted. You are not looking at the peloton. You are looking, well, at the back of a car, but also you're looking at today's breakaway. 35 riders and some sensational climbers in this group, including Egan Bernal, but also Juan Ayuso. And he is the stage favourite now. Wout van Aert's team try to control alongside Red Bull for Primoz Roglic. It's 2.5 minutes now. Fortunato here for us, 11 minutes in the GC. And actually, we are the best placed rider in the GC in this breakaway. Taburi is second to us at 15 minutes, so we do have that card to play. And well, this breakaway is getting destroyed on the first climb of the day. Conchi among the riders dropped, Bernal too. Okay, Taburi gone as well, and Fortunato still at the front. We take that. Big ride by oh my word, we have a crash right in front of us. Arensman and Del Toro go down. Whew. And Arensman, I think, no, he carries on. Anyway, I was trying to say a big ride by Fortunato to make it in this front group over the top. 7 minutes on the peloton, we're shooting up in the GC right now. Arensman and Del Toro unable to get back in ahead of the next climb of the day then. Fortunato just trying to cling on. In the peloton, all we need to do is follow the favourites today. For as long as possible, that is. And these guys are going to take a lot of KOM points today, and Juan Ayuso taking 40 there. Maybe Ayuso is our biggest challenger now in the maglia at Zura. And I'm working in this group now with Fortunato because we have 8 minutes on the peloton behind. This is turning into a very good situation for us. Oh no! No. Cristian Scaroni crashes. A huge crash in the peloton actually. Multiple riders going down and Scaroni has been caught out. Okay, Conchi, you go to relay. Ulysses, you protect Scaroni, and we're miles behind. We're miles behind the peloton. 39 riders have gone and they continue to relay. Not like this, please. This was so not needed. But we're still trying to get back in. Scaroni, we have Ulysses on the front now. Conchi here. Kuzmin, try and do something. But we still have 1 minute to the peloton and they continue to pace. That is absolutely brutal. Max Kanter has dropped back as well, and I think we're going to get back in here, but we've lost a lot of energy there. That's a shame. There we go. Finally, we bridge the gap. Scaroni is back in the peloton, but not without a cost. Anyway, the breakaway hit the Passo San Barbara. Fortunato still in this group, 6 minutes ahead of the chasing peloton. I guess they had to chase because we have Fortunato up the roads. But now, if Scaroni stays to the front on this climb, I think it will be a miracle. Shout out to Max Kanter, by the way, making it this far into the stage today. Only 45 riders left. What a guy. 6k to go on the San Barbara. Scaroni still here. He has Masnada and Pools to help him, but he is now suffering for energy in this group. At the roads, Fortunato with 5.5 minutes still, and one rider has been dropped. That's Chris Harper. Over the top then of this climb, Ayuso, we do maybe take a couple points away from him. No, he does get second place, but behind, you can see Scaroni still in this group, but he has almost no energy left. 2k to go. Oh, but thankfully, oh, thank God, 28 riders here. We still have Wout Pools to protect us, and Scaroni is cooked. But are we going to make it over the top? I think we might do. Oh, yes, we do. Scaroni is going to survive in the peloton. Wout Pools here too. We make it over the top, but only just. But to be honest, our focus is now shifting a little bit. Big crash behind Carapaz involved, but Fortunato is 9 minutes behind Scaroni in the GC. Come on, don't attack there. Don't attack there. I'm just trying to get some water, guys. Anyway, Fortunato has such a gap on the GC riders that maybe he's becoming our GC leader. So the San Valentino has begun up the road, and it is Ayuso with that advantage attacking when we try to get some water. We're behind with Fortunato. We'll relay with G, Pool and Rubio. Scaroni, 7 minutes in his arrears. He begins the climb now, with Carapaz and Bilbao having to come back on ahead of that climb. That is such unlucky timing for them. By the way, Mads Pedersen is still here, and so is the maglia rosa, Wout van Aert. That was not part of the plan. Here we go. I think we've had attacks. Adam Yates, Simon Yates and Landa, the guys so far behind in GC, they might be allowed some room. Anyway, Scaroni trying to follow up the road. We now have Fortunato. He can push it up to maybe 80. Let's go 80 on this section. Scaroni now in this group of 13. What an epic stage we have at the Giro today. But Pedersen is still here alongside Wout, and that is not what I expected. Anyway, Landa and those guys are brought in. We are suffering now. We're going to have to set our own tempo. We're going to allow these guys to ride away and see how close we can get with Cristian Scaroni. Wout is going to be his domestique today as we have an attack by Primoz Roglic, but up the road we're so far ahead with Fortunato. We've caught comrades. Can we get to Ayuso? The GC is going to look very different after this one. Oh my word, 5k to go. Fortunato has caught Juan Ayuso. Paul and Conrad, they are completely cooked, and 5 minutes is our gap to Cristian Scaroni, and he is so far behind now on the peloton. Pedersen and Van Aert are still there, as now Roglic and Yates get some separation. Anyway, now we make our play for the stage win. Juan Ayuso versus Lorenzo Fortunato. We get in his wheel in the final kilometre. Can he drop us, or can we out-sprint him? It's standstill stuff on this climb. I know we could be playing for the GC here, but I want this stage win. You know what? I'm going to bottle it. I'm going to come past Juan Ayuso. Is he going to follow? Maybe I can get in his wheel at the final moment. We're going to go now with Fortunato, potentially a little early, and I think Ayuso is going to come past us on the line, but Juan Ayuso is cooked. He comes through in the finale and he gets us. Juan Ayuso wins the stage. Fortunato gets second place. Roglic almost catches us. One of the most decisive stages in Giro history. Those Yates and Landa guys, they come back a little bit. Where is Van Aert? Here he is in the maglia rosa. What a ride by him. Pedersen finally drops, and Scaroni has cracked completely today. But he was very unfortunate with that crash. Wout trying to drag Scaroni over the line 8 minutes on the stage winner. That stage was ridiculous. A truly ridiculous challenge. I wanted the stage win, but Ayuso, he was the favourite from that group. If we beat him with Fortunato, it would have been a minor miracle. But look at these gaps behind. Roglic 51 seconds. Amazing rides by Van Aert and Pedersen, but Scaroni 8 minutes to the stage winner, and that means in the GC he falls all the way to 10th place. Fortunato up to 12th, he's in there at 9 minutes as well, with a massive gaps to the guys behind, but we fall to 10th and 12th, and that is so disappointing. I mean, we were unlucky with the race day, and we were certainly unlucky with that crash. And in the KOM jersey, Juan Ayuso had 1 point before today. He's now tied on points with Wout. I cannot let this man beat us. So suddenly our race has turned upside down. We need to put things right in the final days. And if there's one thing we're not going to do, we're not going to give up. 3 mountain stages still to come at this Grand Tour though. We have time to turn this around. And that starts today into Bormio for what seems to me like a raid stage. 2 big climbs, including the Passo del Mortirolo. But then after a long descent, we have some rolling terrain before the finish line, and you need a satellite rider here if you attack on the climb. You could never ride this entire section solo. So that's exactly what we're going to try and make happen today, and as our closest rider is 8 minutes in the GC, I think we'll be allowed some freedom. I hope so anyway. Wout looking absolutely stunning in that blue maglia azzurra today. That's one hell of a fit. But he's not here just to look good. Wout trying to get into today's breakaway. And we have a great set of race days today. Lots of +3s, sadly none on our main leaders, but let's try and get another rider, Nicola Conci, on a +3 in the breakaway as well. We want to absolutely stack this group today. But counter-attacks behind now, we have Plapp and Pache going, Diego Ulissi, as we have a weird transition there, going to try and follow these guys into the break as well. We could have 4 riders up the roads. And the GC teams seem very happy to let us go. The first section of this stage could not have gone better for us. We have 17 riders eventually in the breakaway and 4 Astana riders in this group. Ulissi, Conci and Pouls, all of them on great days as well. And Pouls is the best placed rider in this group at 17 minutes. That means no real reason for the guys to chase behind. They are chasing for now, and we need to try some crazy tactics today. I'm thinking Scaroni, Fortunato, we could attack on the Mortirolo. But remember, if we do that, we need to make sure we have riders on the rolling terrain afterwards to help out our leaders. And it's the Passo del Tonale, not the steepest climb, but we are going to high altitude right now. Anyway, I'm not going to attack on this climb from this group. It's all about trying to build a buffer in the breakaway, then maybe going on the Mortirolo. And this breakaway has been absolutely decimated on the Tonale. We only have 5 riders left at the front. Kvili is gone. We have Stork, Godu, and our 2 boys, Conchi and Pools. Mads Pedersen punctures behind. He'll be okay, I think. A side mission of this breakaway is, of course, trying to secure this maglia at Zura for Pools. He is tied on points with Ayuso. We need to try and build a buffer here. David Godu not stupid enough to try and take points away from us here. He has 1 point, and we take the full 18 points at the top there. So the Mortirolo begins then. Again, this is where I have planned to attack today, but we still have a massive peloton and only 2 minutes up to the breakaway. My plan not quite coming together as I hoped. For now, we can only conserve energy with so much firepower in this group. I mean, Sam Bennett is still in this peloton halfway up the Mortirolo. No offense to Bennett, but I did not expect him to still be here. Anyway, Conchi has finally cracked up the road. It's Pools left with David Godu. I think we need to keep going because the peloton are breathing down our necks behind. Scaroni sat right on the front here, literally sat right at the front of the group, maybe thinking about attacking. Oh, Godu trying to steal points from us. I don't believe it. David Godu. Behave yourself, buddy. Behave yourself. And for that, we are not going to wait for you in this descent. Let's go over the top with Pools. 40 more points. But sadly, in the peloton, attacking here would be completely pointless. We still have such a big group. Let's just stay over the top. Conchi here to protect our guys. And now maybe Wout Pools gets his chance at the stage. So behind, we simply conserve energy in the peloton. Although I do remember saying you need a rider to help you on this rolling terrain. David Godu, I do not want him coming back in. We're going to try and break his heart here. 17 seconds behind at the moment. Godu is closing, but I know if he bridges, he will not work with Pools. We cannot allow him to catch us. Peo Bilbao has crashed behind. Very unlucky for him. He's going to lose contacts. He is well behind now. 5th place in the current GC. His team going to try and help him get back in, but the tempo is really on in this peloton. We need to stay alert as Mikel Landa makes a move. Let's move up with all of our guys now. Oh boy. Yates, Pidcock, Yates, Landa, Pedersen and Ciccone have attacks. We're in a chasing group with all of our riders and our leaders here too. Anyway, Wout Pools is not going to win this stage. It's time to drop him back to help out our leaders. And we have actually gaps. The pink jersey right now. Roglic is behind, but only just. And it's EF trying to close this gap and Red Bull waiting in the wings for now. Is this split going to cement itself? We have 5 riders in this group to work. Conchi is working, Pals is working, Ulysses working for Scaroni and Fortunato. Wout van Aert is pulling in the group behind though. They just about get back in. Right there, we have counter-attacks now as well. Maybe Scaroni can follow this one with Fortunato staying in the group behind, but we're pretty cooked. We don't have much energy left. Oh my god, this is quickly turning into mission survival today. Only 14 riders left in the peloton. We are here, but we do have Richard Carapaz going clear. I can tell you though, Taburi is behind with Pale Bilbao. He has cracks. 5th place in the GC. So I'm sat on the pink jersey. He needs to chase this surely. We have Pedersen and Carapaz going clear. Pedersen climbing unbelievably well at this race. Only 4.5k to go now. Ciccone has cracked as well. Another GC rider. Oh my word! Crash behind. Van Aert, Landa. Others go down too. We need to focus now on the finish because we have a chance at winning this stage here. Fortunato leading out Scaroni. Pedersen in the wheel. We launch now. Mads, Carapaz, Roglic and Scaroni will recap that crash. Mads Pedersen wins the stage after climbing the Mortirolo with the best. Scaroni trying to get bonus seconds. It's 4th place for him today, but what a dramatic ending to this stage with crashes and riders dropping. This Giro week 3 is hotting up. In the end then, Mads Pedersen with an unbelievable victory today. That 69 mountain stat comes in handy here. Anyway, 4th and 5th place. 4th and 6th, sorry. I'm a bit disappointed with that, to be honest, and I don't think we got given the gap on some of these riders that I think we had on the line. Ciccone and Bilbao the losers today, but we stay in 10th and 12th place, unfortunately. The big news today, Wout Pools now with a 58-point buffer on Ayuso in the maglia at Zura. And Pedersen's win, I think, all but secures that Ciclamino jersey. Anyway, a mini break from the GC battles today with a sprint stage. We're going to try and win this with Max Kanter. But you guys know, it's never a secure sprint in week week 3 at a Grand Tour. Team suffering after the mountain stages. Let's try and split our options here with a breakaway from Fausto Masnada. We do bridge to the breakaway, almost stuck in a chasse patate right there, but 6 riders in this group today, including Ben Turner. He's probably the danger man, but Dries de Bont and Taco van der Hoorn, you know they're here as well. I think we can definitely say 2 of our favourite riders from this playthrough. But this breakaway is firing ahead. Masnada can't keep up, and sadly, neither can our boys Taco and Dries de Bont. They are cooked. They've just been in too many breakaways, I guess. And unfortunately, we're going to join them back in the peloton any moment now. This breakaway is over. We've had little to no success wheel surfing in the sprints so far at this race, despite me thinking it's definitely the most realistic strategy for a team like Astana. Anyway, we're going to try with a lead out here, and we are relying on 10th place in the GC, Cristian Scaroni. He's got the call up for the big lead out today. 5k to go, Masnada is done. We do have Groves again to our left, tempting to take that wheel. I'm going to try and resist that urge so far. Anyway, Ulysses, Scaroni on the +1, does have 72 sprint. Kanter though, dropping off the wheel a little bit. Only 3k to go now. We need to launch soon with Scaroni, I think. Oh boy, let's go 99. Let's go 99 first. In fact, launch into this corner with Cristian Scaroni. Can Kanter hold that wheel? I've gone very, very early here with Scaroni, but Kanter launches too. Let's see where we go. At the line, Max Kanter. Oh, it's almost today. Almost for Max Kanter, but Sam Bennett wins it, and we have to settle for seconds. Now, Kanter has won a stage, but it would have been lovely to win a true mass sprint at this race. We still have one more chance in Rome. But in Ciclamino, maybe it's not over just yet. We close in, so does Olaf Koy. Mads Pedersen finishing only 13th place today. Oh no, Simon Filippo Yates does lose 1 minute here in a split in the peloton, so he drops to 9th place. We don't quite overtake him again, but he comes closer to us. And one last look really at the GC battle before we head into the mountains for the final time. 2 more mountain stages. Roglic has to win this race from here. He's so far ahead when you don't include Wout, Pidcock and Pedersen, because these guys, they're not pure climbers. But that also works in our favour because Scaroni, 8 minutes down on Roglic, but only just over 2 minutes down on Bilbao. And when you consider these guys here should also lose time as well in the mountains, it's all still to play for, and I believe we can somehow get a podium place. That's still my goal. And well, it's D-Day at the Giro today for sure. 3 huge first cat climbs, including the Col de Joux. Then we have a small climb again before descending to the line. It's all to play for here. Let's go. I am ready. I am ready to cause some chaos in the mountains. The stage begins then. We do get a nice day on Fortunato on a +1 day, and I think at 9 minutes in the GC, let's try and shake things up and put Fortunato into the breakaway. And it's a huge fight for today's breakaway. So many riders trying to join Scaroni. Not one of them for the moment, but up the road, we have 4 riders here. Kuzmin here with Wout Poels. We have Masnada here with Fortunato, Micah, Rubio and the like as well. And with Juan Ayuso up the road, we need to watch him with Poels in this Maglia at Zera fight. Remember, he's now about 58 points behind. So Red Bull Bora set up shop on front of the peloton, working for, of course, Primoz Roglic, and we have 5 minutes in the breakaway. 4 riders, 4 from Astana. We are really putting the pressure on the other GC guys with Fortunato here. And Red Bull Bora, they don't need to chase this. They're not panicking, and rightfully so. It's not up to them because we're not going to jump Roglic, but we might jump all of these other guys. Bilbao, Carapaz, Ciccone and the like. So let's see who blinks first. Will it be Red Bull or another team? And I'm not going to lie, I'm quite excited by this situation we've cooked up. Come on guys, let's go. Let's do this. And he may not have a stat above 69, but Kuzmin again doing a great job by the team. Clap him in, guys. Clap him in. Now I fear things are going to get tricky because Masnada is about to go out the back. He's about to go pop, and we're going to have to sacrifice Wout Poels here to protect Fortunato. We have to hope Ayuso is not on a good day, but he seems to be flying right now. Oh my word, Ayuso. Oh my word, Ayuso, he's literally riding us off his wheel. Ayuso has single-handedly disintegrated this group. We're trying to follow with Wout Poels, but Ayuso is on a mad one today. We simply can't follow him. We simply can't follow him. Powers has completely cracked. Fortunato with Egan Bernal. We have Harper, G, Taberi and Ayuso. Now we have to hope and pray that someone can beat Ayuso. Come on, Derek G. No, Ayuso doesn't have it. He doesn't have it. And Derek G is going to take the 40 points away from Ayuso. That That is so good for us. Wout Poels took one single point there, 180 up to 181. You never know, they all count. And oh my word, the peloton cresting this first climb of the day at 9 minutes to the front of the race. Fortunato is virtually almost in the maglia rosa. Don't get me wrong, I hope this was a good plan. I didn't expect it to be going this well so far. And having Wout Poels up the road as well is such a good excuse. It means we don't have to do any work with Fortunato either now. This is perfect. I'm trying really hard not to get overexcited, but we might have pulled some kind of masterstroke here. And now Red Bull look very different. They are panicking, using good climbers on this flat section. They do not like the gap to Fortunato. And now ahead of the Col San Pantaleon, we do get Wout Poels back to help Fortunato. Everything is going right so far. Max Poel counterattacks from the peloton. Red Bull slow again. I just don't know what's going on here. Could we be riding into the lead of the Giro? I didn't want to say it, but I've said it. We could be riding into the Maglia Rosa today. And Wout Poels, what a rider. He has sacrificed himself and maybe sacrificed that blue jersey today to help out Lorenzo Fortunato and our bid for a crazy Maglia Rosa. Wout Poels, we salute you, my man. Oh my god, the gap to the peloton is 12 minutes right now. 12 minutes. We currently have a virtual lead of over 2 minutes in the pink jersey. One thing is for sure though, we need to stay with these guys over the top of this climb. It's so steep towards the top as well, and we're now slipping and sliding off the wheel. But so is Ayuso, He doesn't have it actually. He's not going to go into the Maglia Azzurra apparently today. Fortunato only just behind Taburi and G as we crest this climb. That is perfect. We can get back to them on this descent. And they're relying on Giulio Pellizzari on this climb. They don't want to spend the likes of Hindley just yet. In fact, it's only Hindley and Pellizzari left with Primoz Roglic. 38 riders. Scaroni still in this group. It's 13 minutes now. 13 minutes to the group of Ayuso, Fortunato, G, Taburi and Bernal. This could be the craziest day ever at the Giro. And the guys in the group, are they going to work with me? Are they going to allow Fortunato to roll across the line, take 3 more bonus seconds here? Yes, they are. Oh boy, this is getting very exciting indeed. But now there can be no looking at Taburi, G and Bernal. We need to pull this group. Are you so willing to work as well? It's Fortunato's pink jersey on the line here. Giulio Pellizzari doing everything he can to deny that in the descent though. Oh my god, my heart is thumping right now. And Red Bull have no domestiques left bar Jai Hindley, but the other teams continue to look at Red Bull and they're going to make Roglic use every single one of his domestiques here before using their riders. They're really ganging up on the pink jersey today. And yes, the gap is going to come down here. Hindley is pacing aggressively for Roglic, now down to under 9 minutes. Roglic back in the virtual lead of the race, but we have to trust that we can get that time back at the top of this climb. And even if we don't go into pink, this is going to be a sensational day for the team. I'm looking behind. I think Jai Hindley is done. The former winner of the Giro d'Italia is done behind, and Roglic is now going to have to rely on the work of other teams. Oh my words. While Fortunato continues pressing on in this group. G, Taburi and Bernal, I think they're the favourites for the stage at this point. They're not doing any work here. 3k to go to the top of the Col de Joux. We're going to push now with Fortunato a little bit. The gap down to 6 minutes with the pace behind. We do have attacks. Simon Yates has attacked as well. And our Maglia Rosa now is not looking so certain, but we can push here to the top. Meanwhile, Scaroni, his GC place is in jeopardy. Poels is going to help him here. Scaroni is going to lose his top 10 here. Anyway, let's stay to the front with Fortunato. Following Bernal, G and Taburi. That is perfect. Again, I'm going to sit on them here. Let's try and conserve before the final climb to the finish. Poor Scaroni is cooked. Wout Poels is going to help him all the way to the line. He is going to lose his GC place finally today after dropping from this peloton. Yates and Landa have attacked. Bernal, though, is still in the group up the road. We have 7 minutes again on Scaroni. Let's get the timer to Roglic. It's 6 minutes 25, and these guys, they all know what's on the line for Fortunato. No one helping the Italian now. Come on, guys. Please work with me. I'll let you win the stage. As I say that, oh my god, they attack me. They attack me. They try to attack Lorenzo Fortunato. Let's get back to the wheel. Come on, there you go. Let's sit on here. Guys, please stop attacking like this. We need to work together to the top. They're not going to do it though. Behind, it's Visma working for Van Aert, trying to protect his podium place. Carapaz and Landa have attacked anyway up the road. Let's go now with Fortunato Ayuso. We're going to have to use him here, and we might crack to the top of this climb. Still 3k to go. And this is it. Fortunato has been worked over in this group, and we will drop right here. It will not be a stage win for Fortunato. It's not going to be the Maglia Rosa either, but it could be a big day in the GC. We crack properly there. It's Taburi versus G for the stage, and Derek G wins the sprint. Ayuso will be third, and Fortunato is going to settle for 5th place today. It's not going to be a dreamy Maglia Rosa, but we sprint to the line and try to maximise our time gains today. Now we wait. We don't even have the timings on screen. Carapaz though, first of the GC guys, then Landa, then a massive gap back to the pink jersey in a group with Van Aert. What a ride by him. Yates here too. Further to Pedersen, Yates and Ciccone. Godu there, Pidcock here, and oh my word, I have no idea what this GC is going to look like. Oh my god, one of the most epic stages I can remember. Lorenzo Fortunato is the man today. 5th place on the stage only. 2 minutes we lose in the ENTIRE G, but we gain minutes on everyone else in the general classification, including over 4 minutes to Primoz Roglic. Carapaz and Landa fought back in the end. What a ride by Mads Pedersen and Wout van Aert. Let's take a look at that GC. Oh my word, Lorenzo Fortunato has shot onto the podium at the Giro d'Italia. 4 minutes 40, we have such a slim lead. 4 riders within 1 minute almost, but we are there. We are on the podium and there's one mountain stage left. Oh my, we're on the podium. We're on the bloody podium. Oh my god. Scaroni drops to 12th. I do not care about that though, I'm afraid to say. I'm sorry to say, Christian, I do not care. Fortunato 3rd place. Wout van Aert, by the way, is 1 minute behind the Maglia Rosa, 1 minute from winning the Giro. I expected Mads and Wout to drop away a lot more than they have done, that's for sure. Anyway, no changes in the Ciclamino. Wout Poels does hold on to that KOM jersey, but his lead has been cut, with G now also in contention. So 2 goals for the final stage. Hold on to the podium with Fortunato. We have to look out for Pedersen, Bilbao, Pidcock, to be honest, Carapaz, Yates, Landa as well, and try to hold on to the Maglia Azzurra. But doing that today into Sestriere is going to be so tricky because we have the epic Colla della Finestra. 50 KOM points are available there, and half the climb is gravelled as well. It's going to be an epic ending to the Giro d'Italia, I think. And well, we want to come out on top. Let's go. Away we go then, and Lorenzo Fortunato, I'm so grateful because he gets a lovely +2, and I think we have it in our hands. It's ours to lose. We can do it, and we can finish on the podium. Now, Wout Poels, I don't think he's going to get any points really at the top of the Colla della Finestra. We probably need to try and win this second cat climb with him. And that probably means joining the early breakaway, doesn't it? But we have 8 riders already up the road attacking. But we do have another option, and that is hoping that Juan Ayuso doesn't take the points necessary today to overtake Wout Poels. And I might go for that one instead. He would need to finish, I think, in the top 2 or 3 at this climb here. Remember, there are some points available at the finish and here too. But I'm going to hope Ayuso doesn't take the points, and that means we can use Poels as a domestique today. On a +2 day, he is going to be crucial helping Fortunato. Let's do that. We're not going to join the breakaway. I'll see you at the Colla della Finestra. I'm nervous. I'm so nervous, guys, because 46k to go in the peloton. The Colla della Finestra is here. Up the road in the breakaway. They've started the climb already. This is going to be torturous. Average of 9.2%, remember, including the gravelled section. It's so steep the entire way. It's a relentless climb. And Fortunato's goal in the first part of this climb is staying to the front while spending as little energy as possible. Here we go then. The road narrows, but we're still waiting for the gravelled sections. Let's drop this maybe to 72 with Fortunato. Nope, too low. 75. Roglic to our left. Let's stay with him if we can. So quickly, this group is thinning out. Look at Fortunato's energy. Oh my word. Roglic is flying up this climb, and we are losing so much energy here. Anyway, Fortunato is coming to the front of this group ahead of the gravel. Perfect. In perfect position. Poels is just behind as well. Let's move up with him, and let's just try and stay here while we can. Well, one thing we are seeing is a Carlos Verona attack. Okay. Didn't expect that. Cristian Scaroni completely falling out of GC today, but what a rider he has been at the Giro. Anyway, Conchi almost done. Then we have Wout Poels protecting Lorenzo Fortunato. Aye, but we have moves here. We have moves. Yates has gone. Ayuso has gone. Remember, he's the danger man in the KOM. Carapaz is here. Ciccone, Landa as well. Lots of riders attacking us. We need to try and stay patient on this climb though, I think. We have Poels still to help us. Roglic is here with Van Aert. We're further back with Fortunato trying to to get back to his wheel. Riders cracking all over the road here, including Juan Ayuso, and that is great news for the maglia Azzurra. Up the road though, we're under threat in the GC. It's Richard Carapaz, 7th place. He has 2 minutes on Fortunato now. And 2.6k to go on this climb. We are going to lose Wout Poels, and Fortunato is solo. We are suffering despite this great day for him. Yates is gone. Hindley is here. Landa and Van Aert. Van Aert finally cracking. Here's other Yates. Bilbao. Roglic cruising up the climb. Then we have Ciccone and Carapaz. These are the two guys we need to watch in the GC. But Fortunato is suffering so much. We're 3 minutes down. We're 3 minutes down on this climb. I would love to get to the wheel of Yates and Van Aert. I don't think that's happening though. So cresting the Colla della Finestra, it's Carapaz in first place. Then we have Ciccone and Roglic, a massive gap back to everyone else. Then it's that Van Aert group with Yates as well. And then we have Lorenzo Fortunato. But to Carapaz, it's almost 4 minutes. He is going onto the podium. Carapaz is solo. If we can find our way to the Visma group, then we have a chance, I think, by saving energy on the next flat section. We need to try and do that as soon as this descent ends. Oh, but Yates is working too hard. We're not getting to that group. We're not getting to that group. Damiano Caruso, are you going to work with me? Okay. I'm going to wait up. I'm going to wait up right now with Fortunato. We have Wout Poels behind, and he is going to save us. Here we go. Wout Poels catches Fortunato thanks to Ayuso, bringing us back. Now Wout Poels is working for Lorenzo Fortunato, but it's 4 minutes 20 to Richard Carapaz. He is absolutely flying today. Behind him is Roglic and Ciccone. What an epic final stage, by the way. Back to Arensman, Bilbao and Yates still. Van Aert has dropped Simon Yates, so they've opted to spend him early. We've swept him up now. Okay, this is very interesting, and we still have supports. Let's not give up just yet. So we push now, we catch Mikel Landa. That's fantastic. We're gonna maybe catch Adam Yates as well, but Richard Carapaz is the man today, and he is 2 minutes clear of every other rider on the roads. We've dropped Ayuso and Landa now with Fortunato, pushing our way to Adam Yates. Let's try and sit on him maybe, but that's it. That's all we're going to do today. We're going to lose our podium. And that's because of this man, Richard Carapaz, with a ride from the gods. 2 minutes clear of every other rider. He's 6 minutes behind Roglic. The Maglia Rosa is not under threat here. Ciccone will be second today. And we go further back to our boy Lorenzo Fortunato. He's fought like a lion today to finish on the podium, but it's not going to happen. Caruso drops us to the line. We will finish 9th place today at about 5 minutes to Richard Carapaz. What an epic finish to this Giro d'Italia. Oh my word. What a damn race. I am truly speechless. A stage for the ages into Sestriere, and a ride that will go down in PCM history. Richard Carapaz over 2 minutes clear. And Roglic is going to win the Giro d'Italia. Wout van Aert holds on to second, while Carapaz climbs 4 places on the final mountain day to move onto the podium, while we slide just to 4th place. In the end, it's almost 4 minutes to Carapaz. We had no chance of holding him off. But we do hold off Pello Bilbao, Ciccone and Mads Pedersen, who somehow top 10s a Grand Tour. Van Aert on the podium and Pedersen in the top 10 was not on my bingo list when I started this race. Really disappointing race for UAE. Adam Yates, their best finisher, in 8th place. Ayuso outside the top 10, and Pidcock, he loses positions today as well. And we were KG today in the Maglia Azzurra, but we do it. Wout Poels is going to win the KOM jersey at the Giro. Anyway, we still have one final day at this race. And of course, it's the sprint into Rome. Let's see if Max Kanter can win in front of the Colosseum. And let's be real, it wouldn't be the final day at the Giro d'Italia without a Taco van der Hoorn and Dries de Bont breakaway. Anyway, believe it or not, I do think we still have a mathematical chance at this Ciclamino jersey. So Max Kanter is going to at least honour that and try to pick up some points at this intermediate sprint. I think we're going to do that easily, uncontested as well. Oh, but this time we're going to have competition. We're going to have Visma, Lisa Bike Shape competition. Let's go, Kanter. Oh, we're out of position. We're out of position. Olav Koy is maybe going to get us on the line here. Let's try and come round. Kanter versus Koy. That's only going to end one way. Anyway, Koy and Kanter technically can still win this jersey, but they have to win and hope Pedersen finishes outside the top 15. Pressure's on, Mads. This is not your jersey just yet. If one of our riders could come and block Pedersen here, that would be fantastic. I think we would be disqualified, sadly, though. Anyway, technical run-in. Masnada, just get out of the way, buddy. Get out of the way. We're trying to get some water, and we've got some to our lead out now. Just stop, Conchi. You get out the way too. 4k to go, and it's Ulysses Scaroni on a lovely day. Finally, he gets another lovely day at this Giro, but we're getting swamped massively. We're getting swamped absolutely massively here. Ulysses, out the way, buddy. And Kanter, he actually has some space here. Let's go. Max Kanter going for the line. Pedersen is here. We're never going to win this stage. We're never going to win Ciclamino. And Mads Pedersen, he says, boys, calm down. This Ciclamino is mine, and he wins in Rome. Mads Pedersen gets the final laugh. I quite enjoy that from Mads, to be fair. He wins in Rome. We have to settle for 8th place, and Mads Pedersen, he wins the Ciclamino jersey. We get 3rd place in that competition, but we win the Maglia Azzurra. We're 3rd in team as well, but we get a 4th place in the GC, and I have to say, I'm proud of the boys for that one. We combine that with 4 stage wins at the Giro. Conchi with that epic breakaway on stage 3. My favourite, though, I think, was Wout Poels winning ahead of Formolo after that epic solo on stage 11. We won these 2 hilly stages as well, but the AI, they weren't ready for those ones, that's for sure. But most importantly, guys, I thoroughly enjoy playing through the entire Giro d'Italia on Pro Cycling Manager 2025. If you enjoyed as well, make sure you smash that like button down below. Let's aim for 500 likes on this video. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button as well. And aside from your Giro predictions, let me know in the comments what you made of our playthrough here as well. Anyway, this is by far the longest video I've ever made on this channel. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you want to see more crazy 1 hour plus videos. And that only leaves me to say a massive thank you once again, and I'll see you guys in the next one.